AITA for not allowing my boyfriend to have overnight house guests? I am not Oop. Oop is you, sharing an apartment. Originally posted to R2 Hot Takes. AITA for not allowing my boyfriend to have overnight house guests? Trigger warnings. Bipolar disorder, mentions of psychosis. Less than. And NBSP. Original post November 4, 2023. I am neurodivergent and bipolar I. Prone to psychosis. And was diagnosed many years ago. Long before I met my husband. He's been aware the entire time I've known him. And he knows there are some quirks and eccentricities about me because of my neurodivergence. I am high functioning, for lack of a better term. And so my issues may be invisible to many people but my partner. His family and my friends and family all know my situation. Specifically, I don't have overnight house guests. And I don't allow guests past midnight unless it's pre-cleared with me. This is because the sounds and noises and interruptions of other people are a lot for me to handle. And I can only handle and mask so much before I am just completely spent and I eventually lose my temper, filter and either become enraged or start sobbing or even find myself unable to sleep for days on end and going psychotic because I'm so overstimulated and haven't slept. My husband's mother has never seen me this way and I hope she never does. Losing my temper and filter is not something I want to do around friends or family. I also need 24 hours to calm my brain down after a lot of socialization before I can go to sleep. Hence my midnight cutoff. I don't feel this drained, stressed way around my partner. Or he wouldn't be my husband. But everyone but him and my best friend of a decade. Yes. My husband moved from his city, which his mother lives in. His father has passed long ago, to my city to be with me when we got married. Before he did that, I talked to him about how I can't have overnight house guests. In 2 years of dating, neither of us has had an overnight house guest except each other. He said he understood and it was no problem. But now, his mother wants to come to visit for a week at Christmas. And she wants to stay with us. In that guest room. My partner's office that has a bed in it also. He sleeps in there when I'm having trouble sleeping. This will require my partner to work in the kitchen, right beside my office corner. Not really a room, causing a ton of noise and disruption. And we'll have another person around all the time draining my energy. Currently our offices are separated. My partner said he agreed with the overnight house guests thing when he assumed I meant our friends. He says he never understood it to mean his mother. I've offered to pay for half a hotel when his mother comes to stay, but he says that isn't the point. And she doesn't want to come if she can't stay with us. We live in the city and the hotel is literally 1 block from us. This is not an exaggeration. I've stayed at it before for a week when I was waiting for our apartment to become ready and it's very classy. AITA for insisting his mother stays at a hotel when she visits so I can stay sane. TLDR. I'm mentally ill with bipolar I with psychotic features. Overnight house guests totally set my mental illness off. AITA for not wanting his mom to stay with us? I talked to him about it before moving in together. But he didn't think house guests referred to his mom, so he didn't realize I meant her too. Edit. Changed house guests to overnight house guests because this was confusing for some folks. Edit 2. Yes. I have been hospitalized for 2 weeks before for being psychotic. So, just grin and bear it means I probably go back to the hospital for not sleeping and going crazy. I don't think this is a fair outcome for me. And NBSP. Relevant comments. Convivial cat. NTA. But, is he your BF or your husband? The title says BF. But you call him your husband in the post. In any case, the solution is pretty simple. If she insists on staying at your home, you go stay at the hotel. Look, It's not like you're being mean. And it's also not like he doesn't know about your mental health issues. I think he is intentionally obstructionist because he doesn't want a conflict with his mom. Or he thinks you will cave in. Don't do it. You have a solution. But, honestly, has he even explained your mental health issues to his mom? It sounds like she has no clue. Op. Husband of about 6 months. Lol. I keep calling him my partner or boyfriend still. I'm totally doing the hotel thing. I'm going to talk to him tonight. People have given many helpful suggestions. His mother knows I am bipolar but does not know about the psychosis. Almost nobody does. The amount of people that know about the psychosis is 3 total. Including my husband. I typed boyfriend again. Lol. Best friend and psychiatrist. I am very private about it because it was the lowest point of my life to be hospitalized for 2 weeks. And NBSP. Update November 5th, 2023. Here I am having talked to John and my mill and I got a lot of messages asking for an update. I spoke to my husband, John, last night about the situation his mom staying in a hotel. And I explained that I would pay for and go to a hotel myself. Or pay for half of his mother's hotel when she came. John was absolutely aghast. First, he was freaked out about me not running the house for the week. And having to take over my roles. As I had guessed, John has autism. And is very attached to his routines. Here's my role in the house. From one of my comments. I do his laundry, taxes, all of the vet runs, all of the groomer runs, all of the grocery runs. I plan all of our doctors, dentist and optometrist appointments. I send out the Christmas cards. I'm the sole driver in the house and take him to all of his appointments. And I also get all of the car maintenance and washing done myself. I go to the pharmacy and dry cleaner for him. I replace anything that is broken or damaged. His or mine. I plan all of the date nights. All of our anniversaries. All of our vacations and trips. I picked all the furnishings for our apartment because doing so stressed him out. I do the budgeting, finances, and pay all of the bills. With both our money, it's maybe an hour a night for him to cook and clean. Maybe 4 times a week. We get our own breakfasts and lunches. And eat out 3x a week. But I spend much more than an hour a day running the rest of the household. So, John was already having to make a stretch to his routine to have his mother visit. But to have his mother visit and me be gone? He really didn't like that. Plus, he told me he hated the idea of not sleeping in the same bed with me for a week and that this is a non-starter. So, he became amenable to calling his mother. Which we were both nervous about because he had talked it up so much. They are from a culture where respecting your parents is very important and John was extremely afraid of offending his mother. We called her and explained the situation, saying that it's really hard for me to fall asleep unless I'm around him or my BFF and that's why I had the no house guests role. We told her there was a place less than a block away that was a lovely 4-star hotel and we would be happy to pay for it. Well, then his mother started yelling, talking loudly. Not at me though. Best I can remember. John, you had a fight with her about me staying there when you're happy to pay for me to stay in a 4-star hotel? John, I know you had a fight because you never both call me unless it's a holiday. You're telling me you didn't immediately give me the chance to stay in a 4-star hotel. John, when was the last time I stayed in a 4-star hotel? Let me tell you, the answer is never. So his mom is extremely excited about staying in the 4-star hotel and now keeps making joking comments about how she might not even see us on the vacation because she will be at the spa, fancy restaurant, etc. At the hotel. John is happy as pie about all of this because I'm happy and his mom is really happy. He doesn't care at all that she isn't staying with us. Only that she wasn't offended by the hotel idea. Thanks to everyone that told me to respect my boundaries. All the best. And NBSP. Relevant comments. Spinner of yarn, I saw your first post and was expecting her to be really upset. I'm so happy for you that she isn't. She sounds like a stellar mill. Op. Seriously. Our interactions haven't been that positive but not rude. But she revealed on the call that any mother would be salty over her baby moving away. And that she's still adjusting. I was not expecting this and I'm so relieved. Kidhaller 55, make sure she pays for the spa, fancy restaurant, room service, etc. or your bill will go sky high. Op. We're getting her a spa day for Xmas and now we think we're going to make it for the hotel. We're reimbursing her for the cost of the rooms up front, not afterwards. Money is tighter for her. So I think it will be very obvious that things like spa etc. will be on her dime because it's her card paying for it. She asked if she could have the points and we said sure. And NBSP. This is a repost sub. I am not oop. I'm so glad Mill is a good one. Lord, how I need to make sure my children know right now that if they move to another city I am staying in a hotel when I visit. All that stress. For no damn reason. I am not aching to recreate their childhood holidays. Let us all have some space, some peace, and some autonomy. I bet she is going to take all the little soaps and shampoos and little reminders of her visit to luxury. Will she take the robe? Though? You know, about half a year from now, when my toddler learns to wipe her own ass, she'll be more independent than this woman's grown husband. Well, good for Mill? Lol, she's great. But WTF? Husband is useless. 'Cause a psychotic break for wife or do the house chores. Obvious. Psychotic break. I'd be afraid of being oop. Imagine having a psychotic break. He wouldn't be able to handle it. I hope her best friend is instructed on what to do. The husband reads as so incapable as to be entirely thoughtless. Or he simply doesn't believe his wife. Like if his routine was that important to him, then risking his wife's mental health would be a no-go. Anyway, if nothing else, this reads like a person who simply doesn't think at all about how his life runs smoothly. While it doesn't really deal with the husband problem op has, I was very happy to read what the mother thought of all of this, face holding back tears. Excitement so pure. I hope she has an excellent time. I wish my mentally ill relatives, cough cough, mother, would pay to put me up in a 4-star hotel when I visit them. I mean, cool. It ended well, but OOP's post showed that she basically babies her man? I mean, it was easier for her to write what she does not do for him. Yet he was trying to bend a rule or two. Well, anyway, if they're happy with the way things are, they're happy. My God, that list of her role in the house is stressful. I think the good outcome with the mother-in-law is overshadowing the fact that when his reaction to his wife removing herself for her own health was, "But I might have to do something for myself," and then claims autism as an excuse? Somehow I feel like if she were autistic too, that wouldn't matter. Husband is a useless load. I don't know enough about autism to comment, but I'm a bit suspicious about how the husband's attachment to routine seems to involve him being absolutely helpless to do anything for himself. I guess we don't get enough background in things like work and other responsibilities. But it appears that the instant he worked out his wife might withdraw her labor to protect herself, he realized that his wife's mental health was worth protecting. It all feels very tied to the work she does for him rather than a genuine sense of caring about her as a person. Obviously impossible to make an accurate assessment of their relationship from this much information. But to me it doesn't seem an entirely happy resolution if it took withdrawal of labor to get through to him. Mom-in-law put her phone on speaker mode while she lovingly chewed out her son and started digging for her cutest swimsuit to wear down to the luxury pool, and then, "I gotta hang up, I want to Google the room service menu." Quote, "Love this for them. Especially given the trigger warnings and all the talk of psychosis episodes, I did not expect this wholesome an ending." So what exactly is her husband's routine when she does everything? I'm guessing he's never seen her have a psychotic episode. I've seen my wife have several. I would do anything to avoid seeing that again. Literally anything, including self-mutilation and murder. The first time was the worst experience of my life by far. The later times were milder and less traumatic, but still incredibly unsettling and unpleasant. To anyone hating on OOP's rules, if they had PTSD, would you still be judging? Because they found what works, and that's the most important part of the whole thing. Psychosis is no joke, and the aftermath is way longer than the episode. IDK exactly what the husband does other than exist. But he should respect that too. Not because he is worried about effects on him, but because it works for OOP. I love that Mill is so excited about staying in the hotel. I hope it lives up to her dreams. Mill's reaction to staying in a 4-star hotel is really adorable. I was not expecting that at all. It even made me chuckle after a really rough night. Hopefully some folks did mention in the OG post that OOP and her husband seem to have a bit of a one-sided chore routine. It'd be nice if they could split it a little better so OOP could have less pressure on her. God, I loved this update. That would totally be how I would respond too. Yes. Yes, yes. Please put me in a ritzy hotel. I will take it over a uncomfortable and cheap guest room bed any day of the week. Yes. I want my space. Yes, I want the option to go to my own hotel suite at the end of the day and freaking relax. The mom's reply made my day. John. A 141 star 1 Hotel 1 John. FKING wine room service wine John. Mama has her priorities straight. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy. OMG, I first read the title as Overweight House Guests, LMAOO.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.